Hi guys, it's Marissa. It is Monday, the 8th of March. It's about, actually I don't know what time it is. I want to say it's like 8 p.m. Sometime at night, and I wanted to start a weekly reading vlog. So this week is spring break for me. I'm a teacher, and yeah, this is spring break week. So I thought that I would have, I thought I would like to do a reading vlog this week because I have a lot more time to read than usual, and I'm trying to do as much of that as I can, you know, in between like trying to clean up the house and do some spring cleaning things as well. But anyway, so I thought I would start this reading vlog and see how it goes. So this will be my first time doing a reading vlog, so again, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I also have kind of a theme for this vlog, so that is that I'm trying to catch up on all the books that I'm currently in the middle of. So I don't have too many, but I do have a few that I'm trying to catch up on and finish. So the first book that I'm working on is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've had this book since like January, and I'm just over halfway through now. I just got to the halfway point today, and so yeah, I've been reading this for a while. It's just I had started it when I got it, and then I had to put it down for some readathons and things, so I didn't get to finish it. And then yeah, so I've just been reading other things and didn't get back to it. But now I'm just like ready. It's time. I want to get it done. So I mean, I am enjoying it for the most part. It is I don't know, it's fun. It's a fun book. It's not something I'm gonna take too seriously or think too deeply about. Otherwise I would just probably cry, just because it's so kind of silly and tropey and ridiculous, but it's fun. So you know, I'm enjoying that. So but I would like to finish it because I kind of feel like I've been reading it forever. It's actually quite a long book, you know, for like a fantasy romance type book. I feel like it's pretty long, but yeah, still. Anyway, so that's like my priority number one. The other book that I'm now in the middle of, another book that I'm kind of in the middle of is The Empire of Gold. And again, sorry I don't have the dust jacket on this one. I always take off my dust jackets with hardcover books. I just put this one back on for the video for you guys, but normally I take them off while I'm reading them. So anyway, this is the naked version of The Empire of Gold, and this is the third book in the Daevabad trilogy. Anyway, I'm like a third of the way through, I think, but it is again quite chunky. It is like 700 pages, so you know, it's gonna take me a little bit to get through it, but I also have the audiobook of it, so I'm kind of listening to that as well. But yeah, so that's the other one that I'm trying to get through, but that one's probably gonna take me most of the week. I don't plan on like rushing through it, and I don't want to rush through it. I do want to like take my time with it and enjoy it. And then lastly, I don't know, I said this kind of in my TBR video. If you watched my TBR video, if that's up by now, it should be. Yeah, the other one that I'm reading is A Respectable Trade, and this is the one that I'm not really enjoying. Like it's all right, but it's very dense and it's also pretty long. So I feel like it's gonna take me a while to get through. I just want to get at least I don't know, maybe at least another 100 pages or so into it to see if I actually want to finish it and complete it, or if I want to DNF it. I don't want to DNF it right now. Like it's interesting enough that I want to kind of see where the story goes, so I don't want to stop now, but we'll see. And then finally, I do have another book that I want to mention that I'm in the middle of, and that is Credence by Penelope Douglas. Hopefully I can pop it up here or something. But yeah, Credence, it's on my iPad. I have a ebook copy of it. And I've been in the middle of that one also since like January or before January. I don't know. It's a like is it technically a romance? Is there a difference between romance and like erotica or is it romance, erotica? Like, I don't know, but it's more like on the erotic side, I guess. It's like a reverse harem type of story. Anyway, it's interesting. I was just trying to like kind of dip my toes into the genre, see if it's something I actually want to read or not. I don't know. I do just think that book again is too long. That's kind of the theme with these books, is they're just too long, so it's taking me a while to get through them. Credence is just really long. It's like, I think it's nearly 500 pages. I think it's like 470, and it's like it took a, I mean, I'm finally where I left off. I'm think a little over halfway, I think, or I'm just at halfway, I'm not sure. But the last thing I remember was she had just started, the main character had just finally kind of started hooking up with the guys. And yeah, it took a long time to get there. There was a lot of buildup. And it was just like getting to a point where I'm like, okay, I get it. Let's get to the point. Let's get to the sexy times. And kind of, yeah. But we got there, and then I'm like, okay, cool. And then now I'm like, well, I still have like 200 pages left of the book. Anyway, but that is one I do want to try to finish up so I can get that off my Goodreads currently reading list. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be reading tonight. My focus is again from Blood and Ash, and hopefully, I don't know if I'll finish it tonight, but I guess it depends how late I want to stay up. But I'll probably get too tired and won't finish it, but we'll see. I'll try to give you an update. Maybe the next like 50-ish or 100 pages or so, I'll try to give you an update. But yeah, that's gonna be priority number 1, so catch you next time. Okay, so I only read like 20 pages so far, but something just happened. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't say plot twist necessarily. It's not really a twist, but it's just something happened. That I guess I'd say I wasn't expecting. It was pretty awesome. So I like this little plot development. So anyway, just wanted to say that.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out.
Okay, hi guys. Time for an update. So, I finished it. I finished From Blood and Ash just a little bit ago. It is Tuesday now. It is Tuesday, like, late. It's 5 o'clock, just after 5 o'clock. Yeah, I got a late start to the day because actually I was up pretty late last night. I didn't read too much more last night. Well, I mean, I read a bit after I stopped filming, I think, but yeah, but I just stayed up late and then slept in late, so got a late start to the day, but and late start to my reading, but I did finally read it, the last 130 pages. That's how much I had left to read today. So it took a bit longer than I would have liked, but I did it, and oh my goodness, the last like third of this book is a trip. It is mind-blowing. I don't know if mind-blowing is the right word, but it is something. It is wild. That's one word I've heard to describe it. It is wild. Now I can see why. Now I can see the hype. Like, I was always enjoying the book, don't get me wrong. There's just definitely parts that kind of had a little bit of a lull and kind of seemed to feel a bit repetitive, and it was just kind of like, okay, let's like get to the plot, because there's a lot of like, not get to the plot, but like there's a lot of hinting at kind of what's really going on, because yeah, like I'm not gonna get into spoilers at all for this, but yeah, basically like you're kind of, you know, you're following Poppy's point of view as the main character, so she doesn't really know what's going on fully, doesn't fully understand everything, so you as a reader don't really fully understand everything, but yeah, a lot is revealed towards the end, and it's just like, it is great. There's so many twists, like some I saw coming, sort of. There was one that I definitely guessed a little ways before it was revealed. There were some I did not see coming, and just some that it all made sense though. Like everything came together, you know, wrapped up nicely, even though obviously this is just the start to the series and obviously there's a lot more, you know, to explore. But like, I liked how everything was kind of finally explained a bit, and it just all made sense. There was nothing that was like completely out of left field, which I feel like, because I like twists. I love twists. I love twist endings to books so much. It's one of the things I love about reading, or like even like in movies or whatever. Like I just love twist endings, but like it does have to be done right, because if it's completely out of nowhere, then it just feels like cheap and ridiculous. But like with this, it definitely didn't feel that way. And the romance was definitely got really steamy and was enjoyable, even though yeah, there were times a bit cheesy, but like, you know, I kind of take back what I said about it being like tropey and cheesy, because it actually, everything worked out very well and I'm very pleased with it. I don't know what my rating is going to be yet. I just brought up Compile. I'm going to put it through the Compile system and see what it gets. I feel like for a long time I thought it was going to be a 4, but man, with that ending, it might get to a 5. It might have gotten there. And actually, my plan is now to go to Barnes & Noble and maybe take you with me. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to actually film inside. I don't know if I'm ready for that. But I want to go to Barnes & Noble because they do have the sequel in stock. I looked it up. My Barnes & Noble location has the sequel, Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, in this hardcover like special edition. At least I think that's what they have, because it's the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. So yeah, I am like, I can't wait. I want to get the sequel. I don't know if I'm going to start reading it right away necessarily. I might start at least the first couple chapters. I don't know. But like, I definitely want to have it in my possession because I want to make sure I get a copy of the hardback. So anyway, that's my plan now. I'm going to put this through Compile and see what rating it gets. So I'll just leave you here. Let's see. Also, I don't know if I should show you like the, here, I'll show you what it looks like. So here is the Compile. I think it's working. Here is the Compile spreadsheet that G from Book Gross made. And yeah, so basically I'm going to put in the title. I'm gonna skip, there's like a bunch of things to fill in, like if it's part of a series or not, or who like how many days it took to read. But I'm just going to go ahead to the Compile part and put in my ratings. So let's see, and I always refer back to the Compile like cheat sheet that's on here, because I don't know, like I want to give it a fair rating, but also like I basically I always have like a feeling of what I'm going to rate a book, but like, so I don't want it to be too far away from what I feel like my rating will be. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, I like looking at the cheat sheet because it helps me narrow down what I actually want to rate it. So everything's 1 through 10, and there's like a guide. So for characters, I actually like I really enjoyed Poppy, like as a main character. Definitely, you know, had some issues with her, but like overall as like a heroine of this kind of story, I think she was really good. I do think she brought some unique things to the table. She definitely wasn't a Mary Sue. Like she, you know, learned how to take care of herself and was trained and to be a badass, and like she wanted all of that. And like she's not always the smartest, which is nice. Like she's not completely dumb, but she's not the smartest either. She definitely takes her some time to like process what's going on. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's see. Characters. So I think I'm gonna give characters a 9, just because like I do really like these characters. Like Hawk was cool too, but like I feel like Poppy's my girl. I really like Poppy. Anyway, and the side characters, like they were good too. Like Victor was really good. There's some other side characters I liked. Tawny I liked. So yeah, actually overall really like the characters. Next thing is atmosphere. I feel like there's a lot like that's, you know, can't be given to the atmosphere because it would give away too much of the world, which has to do with the plot. Like they're very intertwined. So I don't know if the atmosphere is the greatest. So maybe an 8. 8 is still like great, but not like the greatest ever. Writing. So here's where I'm really gonna struggle, because like the writing was definitely one of the things where I'm like, it's a bit I don't know why I have to hold up the book, but like hold it up again, but like it's a bit ridiculous, the writing. Again, not like the worst writing ever, but like it definitely had its moments. She uses a lot of ellipses, some em dashes, not as much as Miss Mass, but yeah, a bit much, especially with the ellipses. So again, not the greatest writing, but like, yeah, so I think an 8 again. Like great writing, but definitely has some things that are not great. The plot. Oh wait, I meant to put an 8. Plot. Like I said, I definitely, you know, once we kind of got a feeling at the end of where the plot was going, I'm definitely way more intrigued. I think I'll really like the plot of the sequel. The plot in this one, it was a bit on the slower side. I really like where it's going, so I might give that a 9. Intrigue's definitely gotta be like a 10. Like I was intrigued pretty much the whole way, so I want to give that a 10. Logic, this is always the one I struggle with the most with compiles. Like I don't really fully understand what it means by logic. I know it has to do somewhat with like world building and stuff, which again is good. So I feel like that's either like an 8 or a 9. I might come back to that one. Enjoyment, definitely high up there, probably like a 9. So I'm gonna give enjoyment a 9. So far the rating's at a 4, but I have to read the last one. I feel like this might bump it up to a 5. I don't know. See, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this up here. Logic. I feel like everything wrapped up so well in the end. Like everything made sense in the end. Once you get there, it makes a lot of sense. So maybe a 9. I'm gonna say 9. It came out as a 4, so it's gonna get a 4-star probably. Yeah, I feel like one of those 8s was a 9. It would have definitely been a 5-star. Let me actually see if like atmosphere was a 9. Yeah, see if atmosphere was a 9, it would be a 5-star. So I feel like it's so hard. I feel like it's like a 4.5. It's like right on the edge. What did it actually come out as? It came out as an 8.86. So to be a 5-star, it has to get a 9. And it's at 8.86. So it's very close. It's very close. Wow. All right, it's fine. I'm gonna give it a 4-star. That feels right. It does feel right, because there were parts that weren't like obviously weren't perfect, but I'll probably say on Goodreads that it's a 4.5. I feel like this a lot like I felt about Rewrite Upon Sticks, where it was so good. Probably one of my new favorite books, but not necessarily like perfect. So yeah, and I gave that one a 4.5 on Goodreads too. So yeah, that's gonna be my rating, and now I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble and I am going to get A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. I'm so excited.
Look, if you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. 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 I can help you out.
Hello again. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Not much light. The sun's going down, but yeah. Anyway, I just got it. I just got Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. I'll show you in just a second. There's like a guy getting in his car across from me, but sorry I didn't take you in there, but yeah, like I said, I'm really ready for that. Also, I'm glad I didn't, because I didn't realize that the book was going to be right as I walked in. So I literally like walked in the door and they had a table with Jennifer L. Armentrout's books on it, including From Blood and Ash and this one, Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. So they were just like sitting there. I'm just going to start leaving because he's not... He had to get in the right across from me, of course. But yeah, so anyway, so it was on that table like right as I walked in, so that would have been really like awkward to film. But anyway, I got it and I'm actually pleasantly surprised because I used my educator card. So I Like, I always use my educator card when I go to Barnes & Noble. And like, it gets me 20% off pretty much everything. But when I bought from Blood and Ash, like, it didn't give me a discount for some reason, and I just kind of figured I thought it was because it was like a self-published, indie published special edition. Like, I don't know, I'm not sure why it didn't. So it was like full price, and it was expensive. It's like $30 something. So it was a very expensive book, but like, you know, it was the first time I had seen From Blood and Ash in hardcover, so I was like, whatever, I'll get it. But then this one, I did the same thing. I used my educator card, you know, just in case, and thankfully it worked. And I got 20% off, so that was a nice surprise, because I wasn't sure that was gonna work. So yay! So it was a little bit cheaper than I expected, and I was just looking at it as I got in my car just to see how long it is, because, like, you know, I could see the paperbacks, like how long the paperbacks are, but the hardbacks are a different page count, even though obviously it's the same length. But anyway, so I checked the page count, and it's like 550 something pages. So yeah, wow. These people are about to get hit on their bicycles. Okay, that didn't happen, thank goodness. I don't know why they're allowed to cross the street when we have a green light, but okay, this didn't seem safe. Anyways, I know I need to focus on driving here, but I'll finish up. Yeah, it's like 550 pages, so it's like an extra, I guess it's not too much longer than From Blood and Ash, but it's still longer, which, oh my god, I can't believe it's longer. And then I don't know how long the third one's gonna be. Was it A Crown of Gilded Bones? I think that's what it's called. And that one comes out in April. They had, like, on the sign, they had that it was coming out April 20th. And the little Jennifer, I'll just say JLA from now on, the little JLA table. So, yeah, that was exciting though. It's kind of nice just that it was like right there. I didn't have to go looking for it. I mean, I went to look where I got From Blood and Ash, which was in the romance section last time. So I went to look there too to see if they had any other copies, and they didn't have it there at all. So it was only on that little table. So thankfully it was in the entrance that I came in. It was right there. Very easy to see, and I just grabbed it. But yeah, I'm like very excited. The book is beautiful. Like, it's so gorgeous. Like, I thought From Blood and Ash was gorgeous, but this one, like, even more gorgeous. Oh my god, I love the cover. Anyway, I'm going now to pick up dinner for Peter and I. We were originally going to get some wings, but the wing place said it was going to be a 3-hour wait, I guess. Peter was the one looking it up online. He was going to order, and I was going to go pick it up, and he's like, it's a 3-hour wait. Yeah, I'm not waiting 3 hours for wings. So I'm going to try to get some chicken strips and just bring it home for dinner. And then I'll update you later. And there goes the camera. So yeah, time to go. Hey guys, so I wanted to do an update. This might be a bit of a long one because I wanted to update the other day, but my camera battery was dying, so I had to charge it. By the time it was charged, I was busy doing other things. So anyway, reading update time. So it is now Friday. It's like Friday afternoon. I don't know where my phone went, but it's Friday afternoon, so a few things have happened. So I finished Ring Shout. I want to say it was Tuesday night, like late Tuesday night, Wednesday night, I can't remember. I think it was Tuesday night. I finished Ring Shout because as I last updated you, I was, I finished From Blood and Ash, and like I'm in the middle of a lot of big books, and I needed something short to like make sure I didn't start to slump in my reading, and I think that was a great idea, and I actually think that's gonna be a tip I'm gonna give people, is if you're like feeling slumpy in your reading, or if you're trying to read a lot of big books, like read something short in between each one, and it's great. It just keeps the momentum going. But anyway, all that to say, holy crap, you guys, I loved this. Like, I love this so much. Like, I mean, I was expecting to enjoy it, of course. I don't pick up things like not expecting to enjoy them for the most part, but like I was just I wasn't expecting to love this as much as I did because I don't really like novellas usually. So this is a novella. It's pretty short. It's under 200 pages. But I am trying to get more into novellas recently. So I've read a few now. But this one has to be my favorite. Like, so again, my problem with novellas is they're usually just too short. They're too short for me to care about the characters or like understand the world or like things like that. But so wait, let me go back. So this is Ring Shout by P. Jelly Clark. I learned how to properly pronounce his name. But like he does such a good job at, I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. He does such a good job at like just making me care so much about what's going on. Like I just like instantly was like caring about these characters, and like I felt like I knew them. And you know, if something bad happened to one of the characters, I like felt really emotional about it, and just like it was so good. And like the world, like I understood it. I understood what was going on. Like at first I was a bit confused, but like it, you know, it becomes pretty clear what's happening. So basically, like I don't want to get too much into like the plot because I feel like going into much of anything would be a spoiler since it's so short. But basically, like these demons started to come into our world, and they take the place of Ku Klux Klan members, and they look human. So like only the main characters who have the sight are able to see that they're actually demons, and they look weird. They have like multiple mouths and are just like creepy things underneath these hoods. And like I don't know, just the way it's like, and I thought maybe it'd be like a bit heavy-handed having like the Ku Klux Klan members be monsters, because like obviously they are monstrous people, but it was actually so well done, and it like made so much sense. It was all based on the concept of like hate, and hate being like food for these demons. And like I feel like I'm kind of getting into spoilers now, but so I'm gonna stop. But yeah, like it was just it all made sense, the whole world, and like it packed so much in here. Even though it was so short, like I felt like it was just enough. Like I don't really I've seen some reviews that wanted like more of this, and not that I wouldn't want more. Like I could read a whole book based in this world, but like still what I got, like I was satisfied with. And I felt like it told a complete story, and like it's still like it's open-ended enough that like obviously like I can tell this world is going to continue, these characters are going to continue, they're going to keep going on their journey and everything, but like it just told enough story that like I don't know, like I just want everyone to read this. And obviously the themes were such a huge part of this book, and like they are heavy themes, but obviously they're very important, you know, having a lot to do with American racism and where it comes from, and like how it spreads. And I don't know, like I don't know how to talk about this in a more like thoughtful way. Maybe if I had time to gather my thoughts, maybe if I did like a full-on review of this book, I could try to gather my thoughts and you know, explain it better. But I just want everyone to read this. I really do. And like I went into it thinking that it was more gonna be a horror. It is marketed more like a fantasy kind of, but like I for some reason thought it was more horror. But it did have some body horror elements, and it definitely had some like creepy kind of things, obviously with the demons and you know the whole concept of like the end times. Also, by the way, the other name of it is Or Hunting Ku Kluxes in the End Times, which makes sense when you read it. But yeah, like I forgot, I got off track there. What was I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying. Anyway, needless to say, 5 stars. Everyone should read this. Oh, I remember what I was saying. I was saying that it's marketed, I feel like it's marketed more like fantasy, but I thought it was more of a horror, and it's kind of both. So I don't want that, but I don't want that to like turn anyone off. Like if someone, you know, I know people don't all love fantasy or don't all love horror, obviously, but like I don't want that to turn anyone off from reading this book. I think everyone should read this. You know, anyone who's interested in, you know, the themes of American racism. I say American racism because it does feel definitely like an American book, obviously, since it's talking about the Ku Klux Klan, but still, I mean, anyone can read this, and I think everyone should, because it's such an important, it has such important messages. So anyway, that was Ring Shout. Loved it. 5 stars. So since I finished Ring Shout, I've been working my way through Empire of Gold. I'm over halfway now. I'm on page like 458. So I have 300 pages to go. So again, needless to say, this is a big book. You know, I'm making my way through it, but like I'm trying to break it up, because if I have a hard time just reading that book in one sitting and not like having something else to have in between, if that makes sense. So I did also pick up Wings of Ebony, and I picked this up 2 nights ago, I think, and I just like have been flying through it. I mean, I'm not too far in because I've only read it in a couple times, but like the first night I started reading this, I read like nearly 100 pages like in one go, and I don't typically read like that much at once, so all I can say is like this book is super fast paced. I mean, it obviously is pretty short. It's pretty short for a fantasy. And again, I've heard like some critiques about that, but it doesn't bother me so much in here because it is the start of a series. So like I know there's going to be more, and I feel like the world and everything will be more developed as it goes along, and I don't need to know everything up front. Like I'm okay with waiting a while to find out like more about the world, and that's okay with me. But the plot is like what's going on is really gripping. It's action packed, so I just want to keep reading, and it's like really easy to read. And I feel like again, it's okay that it's a little bit shorter and a little bit less on the world building, because it is like an urban fantasy. So I mean, it takes place in our world, in Houston, Texas. So like I don't need so much of a description of the world, because even though it's fantasy, there's fantastical things happening. Like I'm more grounded because it is an urban fantasy and it's taking place in, you know, modern times. So it's fine to me, and I really love the main character. The main character, Rue, her like narrative voice is so strong, and like she feels like a real person, and she talks like, you know, she talks in like acronyms and like, you know, kind of slang, and it feels like a young adult. It feels like how a young adult person would actually talk and act, and it's great. She's such a strong character, in the sense that she just feels super real. Not that she always makes the best decisions, like obviously, but she definitely feels real and like can understand why she does what she does. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this, which I'm very happy about. But obviously I still have a little ways to go, but I think I will love this. Oh yeah, just one more thing. So if you saw in my clip before, I was doing a puzzle. So I haven't really done jigsaw puzzles before, but I have seen other booktubers doing jigsaw puzzles and like listening to audiobooks at the same time, and I thought that was a great idea, because while I love listening to audiobooks, like I feel like I need to have something mindless to do. So generally I do like laundry or driving while I'm listening to an audiobook. That seems to help, because otherwise if I'm just sitting there trying to listen to an audiobook, my mind just wanders and I can't stay focused. So I thought I would try the whole puzzle thing, and it did work for a while, like listening to the audiobook and playing the puzzle. But then inevitably I kind of stopped listening to the audiobook because I've been obsessed with actually the puzzle itself. So I don't think I've done a jigsaw puzzle since like I was a kid. It's not something that I would have thought like I would like to do as an adult. I don't know why, but it just didn't really seem like something that I'd be interested in. But like I said, I've been inspired by watching so many people doing puzzles, and it looks fun, and let me tell you, it is fun and it's addicting, and like I'm obsessed with my puzzle. If you saw, it was like a plant shelf, and it's so cute. I definitely want to like glue it together when it's done and put it up on the wall. I'm glad that that's the puzzle I decided to start with, because I think it's so pretty. So I'm really happy with that. So anyway, while I was working on the puzzle, I did listen to a little bit of my audiobook for The Fireman. Not much. I mean, I'm only like that far in, but still, you know, decent progress for an audiobook. It's a pretty long audiobook. But yeah, so I am enjoying this. I'm enjoying the narrator. But I gotta say, the characters, oh my god. Like the main character's husband is like the biggest asshole I've ever read. Like, and I read some pretty crappy, terrible people in books, but like he like takes the cake. He is just a horrible person, and I cannot believe that like the main character is married to him. I'm just like, I mean, she freely admits that she's like, yeah, this marriage is probably not the best idea, but like, I want to know, I mean, maybe more will be revealed about why she fell for him. So far, all I got is that, you know, he pleases her, you know, and he's attractive to her. But that's all I got. Like, she is like the nicest person, and like, she's so calm, and like, I don't know how she stays so calm and patient with him, because man, if a man talked to me like that, like, hell no, I would not put up with that. Like, I don't like, and I mean, she is, I guess it's not the greatest character trait, because she does kind of come off as a bit of a pushover, but like, still, she has like so much patience, and she is like good at heart. Like, she has a good heart, and he is just the worst. And I'm just, oh, so it's frustrating to listen to sometimes, because I'm just like, is this real? Like, is this really what he's saying and what he's doing? Like, how terrible. But yeah, I don't want to talk about this much more, because like I said, I'm not that far in, but I just wanted to update that yes, I am listening to the audiobook of this, so I'm also making progress in this, which was on my March TBR, so I do need to read that. Anyway, I've talked for long enough. It's been nearly 13 minutes, so I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna go back to reading, try to read more of Empire of Gold, probably, maybe switch between that and Wings of Ebony, see how it goes, and hopefully I'll talk to you later. I am busy for the rest of the day pretty much. Tonight I'm going to have dinner with my mom, and I'm gonna hang out with some friends, so I'm not gonna be here tonight. I'll be out late, so yeah, probably not gonna get much more reading done past this afternoon, and so probably won't update again until tomorrow. So anyway, bye for now. We good? Oh.
How does it feel?
Oh, it feels good. It's so pretty. Look at it. Plant shelfie. And then I'm totally gonna use this as like artwork and put it up somewhere. It's so pretty. Okay. Hi everyone, so it is many weeks later and I'm here to wrap up the vlog. So not sure where I left off, but the last thing that I ended up reading that week was The Empire of Gold. So I did end up finishing this. Basically, oh hi Siri. Basically that last weekend of spring break, that last Saturday, I spent pretty much the entire day focusing on finishing this book. So it took a lot of like mental willpower, just because I still had a lot to read, and it is the finale, so you know there's a lot happening, but I did enjoy it. You know, I think I gave it 4 stars, and I think I gave every book in this series 4 stars. They were enjoyable, not like my favorite fantasy series ever, but definitely good, and I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're looking for something that's not the typical kind of like Western fantasy story. So I did really enjoy it. I didn't like this one quite as much as the second book. I think the second one was actually my favorite of the trilogy, but like I said, I still liked it overall. And since it's been now many weeks, I don't really remember the specifics, and I can't get into it anyway because spoilers, but just know that this was good. So to kind of recap what I read that week of March, that I was vlogging, I finished From Blood and Ash and gave it 4 stars. I really liked that. Had a good time. And I also managed to read Ring Shout, and then I finished Empire of Gold. I think that's all I really read for this vlog. I didn't get to the other ones as much. I read maybe like a chapter or 2 in Credence, so I got a little further in that, and then I didn't read any more the rest of the week. And like I said, after I finished Empire of Gold, I just kind of needed like some time off of reading. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this vlog. So thank you so much for watching, and remember to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more content from me and Peter. Hopefully next time I do a vlog, maybe we can vlog something together. But otherwise, I hope you're having a great day, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.